Here we are building our Hugelkultur mound. We have, you can see from the beginning, we had a trough that we cut with our tractor. We put in the cardboard at the very bottom. Cardboard absorbs the water and it radiates it back out into the area. There's also will be logs, and there were logs that were stacked up along this reach. Then there was the material that was excavated out of it, that was put up on top of it, and then we put probably a good 5 or 6 inches of the composted material that was mounded up in the corral on top of that. So you end up with this really rich soil on top of the clay-based soil, which is what it came out of it. You can see it here. Very much a clay loam, a good clay loam. Then you can see we've just cast the clover seed out on top, and we're casting that out there because clover nitrifies, and so it'll add nitrogen to the soil. And now we're putting hay on top of that in order to keep erosion down. It'll also retain the moisture in it. And in about 2 years, the wood that's underneath it will start to rot over the next 2 years. The rotting wood will absorb more water. As the rotting wood absorbs more water, it continues to rot. When it rots, it adds nitrogen back into the Hugelkultur mound. You can see on this side, there's a bit of a ditch, which is run all the way up. We're going to this is the water will come down the hillside, come into the ditch, percolate down to the bottom, be absorbed by the cardboard, and will help the wood rot. The rotting wood ends up nutrifying and ends up being a fertilizer with the nitrogen and the actual nitrification in the soils that is occurring because of the clover. So I've got to continue to seed this side. So Sarah's going to be doing the northern side, not this side, until I get this one seeded with the clover. It has not been, this side has not been well seeded with the clover. So this will ultimately be along this entire ditch. We're going to try planting fruit trees in it. If we have the success that that we see on many different websites, we should get to the point to where we will no longer have to water this, because it will be retaining enough of its own water from the rainwater. And if we can do this here in Austin, Texas, then this will be a successful way in which to do our agriculture. So this is our first test plot on doing it. It's been fun, it's been educational, and we think we're going to learn a lot from it. Whether it be successful or not, we'll see. We've cut troughs along the side just so that the seeds, we're going to be planting other seeds and trees. We flattened off across the top, so that I think that'll be fine. We'll flatten it off across the top to where ultimately, if we're planting fruit trees here, we'll be able to walk along this ridge. The fruit trees will be planted on the slopes. We'll be able to walk along the ridge and pick the fruit off of the tree simply by walking the top of the ridge, because that will boost us up about 3 inches above, or 3 feet above ground level. And therefore, in stretching, we should be able to get to much of the fruit that's going to be beyond the trees themselves.